I have had a nice little pile of stuff building up, and some of it I haven't even been able to open yet, so I've had to restrain myself from sharing this with you guys. So it is definitely time for a book haul. And oh my god, this is so heavy! Oh. So as I've mentioned, I think in a couple of different things, I moved recently, and so hauling all of those books has just not made me in the mood to buy more. I skipped over all of the Black Friday deals that were happening. I didn't do any Black Friday shopping for books. I did do some Black Friday shopping for other things, but no books, so I wasn't expecting to have too much of a pre-Christmas haul, you know, other than presents, but things that I bought myself, wasn't really expecting much of a December haul, but it's happening. First up, and kind of perfect for the holidays, I got a copy of Homemade Decadence. Irresistibly sweet, salty, gooey, sticky, fluffy, creamy, crunchy treats from Joy the Baker, aka Joy Wilson. This was the December Birchbox book club pick. And because I'm a Birch blogger, they kind of give some of the Birch bloggers opportunities to get a copy for free and kind of check it out for each month's book club, and they sent me a copy. So I've been flipping through this. It has some really yummy things. I am not much of a sweet tooth person, surprisingly. I'm definitely a salty person. And I say surprisingly because I am a baker. I love to bake, but I mostly bake savory things. I make sourdough at least once a week. I love to make things like that. I also love baking sweet treats and making sweet treats and giving them to people. I love the way they look. I love the way they come together. I love the whole process. So I'm pretty excited about this one. So if you are a Birchbox subscriber and you are a blogger or vlogger, make sure you sign up for their Birch Bloggers program, because you can get your hands not only on their book club picks for the month, but they also do beauty sampling and things like that for their Birch blogger, so something to check out. I got a gift from Renee. I'm linking her channel right here so you can check her out, but you probably already know her. This was a long time coming in that it just was struggling to find my house. I don't know what happened. It had some issues getting there, and then by the time it was ready to actually get to my house, I had moved and it had to be sent back to England and then resent to me. I mean, Book Depository was trying, but there were some issues. So it finally got here. Renee can stop worrying now, and it's pretty amaze. So she sent me copies of Tales from the Tower Volumes 1 and 2. Volume 1 is The Willful Eye, and Volume 2 is The Wicked Wood. These are short story collections retelling fairy tales from a bunch of different authors, but I think the reason that Renee really wanted me to have them is because they are edited and curated in part by Isabel Carmody, and Renee is a big fan of hers. I do have the first 2 books in a bind-up of the Obernewton series, but I haven't read those yet. So definitely on my list of things to read, and I am excited for these. First of all, I think the design of them all around is just gorgeous. And in fact, my mom saw them and immediately tried to claim them for herself. She helped me unpack some books and set aside a pile for herself and wanted to add these to them. And I was like, they just came! Like, give me a minute to kind of love on them. Jeez. But obviously we share similar tastes, and if you see the Instagram photo of the books that my mom took, those tastes are eclectic. Oh, they're so pretty. Thank you very much, Renee. The next big old heavy package comes from the people at First Second. Now, they are a graphic novel publisher, and you've heard me talk about them before because I love them. I got an email asking if I wanted to be part of the blog tour for the next Olympians graphic novel by George O'Connor, which is Aries, and it's book 7. And I said, sure, as long as you can kind of pick them up at any point, because I haven't read the rest of the series, so I don't want to be jumping in at book 7 and be like, I don't know what's going on. Although, of course, I know what's going on because it's Greek mythology, and I'm obsessed with Greek mythology. But you know what I mean. Book 7, can you just pick it up there? And was told, oh yeah, absolutely, you can pick it up at 7, we'll go ahead and send that. Which they did. Here is book 7 of the Olympians, Aries. But, in addition to that, they also sent the box set of the first 6 books. Like, how incredible is that? I've told you before, I love the folks at First Second. Gina, you're just awesome. Just awesome all around. I love helping support their authors because they always have excellent ones and excellent illustrators. And I believe I've actually had George on the Book Rat, pretty sure. So I will leave a link to that below. You can expect to see this one up, I want to say in February, but it might be March. But I think it's February. But it might be March. But I will be reading these soon, and they're all very thin, so shouldn't take me too long. And as I said, I am a Greek mythology buff, and I know everyone says that because people went crazy over Percy Jackson and things like that, but no, I mean it. When we did a segment on Greek mythology when I was in, I think, 7th grade, I was like correcting the teacher on things and already knew all of the stories before we got to them, and I think I was kind of getting on her nerves because I was that kid. With my first job, my paper route, I was the type of kid that saved up her money so that she could go buy her very own copy of Bulfinch's mythology. Like that's the kind of nerd that I was. But no, I am a mythology person through and through, and Greek mythology was my first love. But I love them all. All mythologies, all around the world, kind of my thing. And the very last package is from Liz of Consumed by Books, and this was supposed to be opened live on air during the Wednesday YA live show that we did, but my package to Liz didn't make it there in time. Hers was supposed to make it to me late, and it got here in time. Mine was supposed to make it there in time, and it got there late. So, you know, holiday shipping, I guess that's how it goes. So we didn't end up doing presents on cam, but Liz still wanted to see my reaction, so I said, fine, I'll wait and let the anticipation just eat away at me and open them when I have a chance to do a haul. So that is what I'm gonna do now, because it's just been sitting here and it's been staring me in my eyeballs, telling me, you know you want to open this. I don't even know if I can open this. And you know every pair of scissors has been swallowed up into Christmas wrapping land. Broken from the back. Here we go. Alright, Liz said she has the cutest wrapping paper, and I gotta say, she's right, it is damn cute. So here are the goods, and I'm gonna crack in. First up, we have a copy of Amulet, the first book of the Stonekeeper series by Kazu Kibuishi, and I'm sorry if I massacred that, but this is a graphic novel that I hadn't heard of, and it looks amazing. I'm definitely excited about that. This little bunny thing right here is enough to draw me in instantly. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna read this today or this weekend. It doesn't have a ton of words either, which I like graphic novels that don't overload their panels, and I have found myself more intrigued by the ones that are light on the words and rely on the pictures to tell the story, because I think they always tend to be really impressive. Okay, I have to stop. I'm gonna read that later because that looks really good. I'll open up the other penguin. Now, Liz told me that I should know one of the presents that she sent because she told me, but I have moving brain and I've forgotten, so I guess I'll let you know when I get to that one, but I don't remember anything that she said she was sending me. Oh, maybe I do, because this is it. The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Now, this is self-serving on Liz's part because every time we would discuss what we were going to read for the next Wednesday YA book club, she would always say, let's read The Raven Boys. Now, the whole point of the Wednesday YA book club is to read books that are on our shelves already that we both own. That's why we started doing it, so we'd read through things that we have just been letting linger on our shelves. So every time she would suggest this, I would have to say, Liz, I don't own it. So because she wanted to read it really bad, and because I have book 2, The Dream Thieves, and she knows that, and I think that's what she was thinking of every time she'd suggest it, she had to get me a copy of The Raven Boys so that I would finally be able to say, okay, yes, let's read that one. So you win, Liz. It's going on the shelf now. Alright, moving on to this cutesy paper. I do really like this paper. That's cute. And I feel like she's told me about this, or someone has told me about this before. It's the very nearly honorable League of Pirates, Magic Marks the Spot, by Carolyn Carlson. It is middle grade, obviously, and of course it's about pirates. From the back, it's looking like it's got a fairly quirky streak running through it too, which I like. The main character wants to be a pirate, but girls belong at Miss Pym's finishing school for delicate ladies. So already I'm drawn in. And I'm gonna guess this is one that Liz is a fan of, unless it's something that she already has on her shelves too, and so she wants to add it to the Wednesday YA bookshelf. If that's the case, Liz, let me know. And the last one. Aw, look at the little reindeer. A reindeer. I have Santa nails, by the way. I don't know how well you can see them, but there's an Instagram, so I'll insert that. Oh, yeah. Again, Wednesday YA related, we just recently read Grave Mercy, which was amazing, and Liz went to the signing, so she picked me up a copy of Dark Triumph, which is the second book, and I need to read it ASAP. I loved Grave Mercy, I loved it, and I flew through it, and I loved the world, and I think it's probably exactly what I need right now. And This is signed by Robin and says Merry Christmas. That's awesome. I've heard that the series just gets better and better and better and phenomenal. Really looking forward to diving back in. This one says Vengeance is Divine. I have, I think, a bookmark that says that, and I have the button from the first book that says Why be the wolf when you can be the sheep? And a card, and I'll show you guys that real quick too. Here is a card that says Season's Greetings and Best Wishes for a Wonderful New Year. And I wasn't going to read you the inside because I normally don't, but Liz gave me the reasoning behind the book, so I am going to read you those. So we have the book that may not be surprising, but is signed. The book that will crack you up and that we will read for Wednesday Way 2015. I didn't know it was supposed to be funny, so that kind of actually makes me more eager to read it. A middle grade that is a total Misty book. I love when things are described as a Misty book. People know me. And a graphic novel that you will adore. And I think I'm going to agree with that. So there were my presents from Liz. Thank you very much, Liz. If you would like to see what I got her, I will leave a link below to her Instagram, or I'll insert it here or something. I don't know, one of those things. But she shared that. She can see the things that I picked out for her, a number of which were also Wednesday Way books. So this whole, we're going to read through the books that we own so that we can kind of work down that to-be-read pile, is backfiring because we just keep buying books for ourselves and each other and adding to the list. Like a true book addict would. So that is the stack. That's all for this haul. There are a lot of videos where I add things in. This time it is intentional. It's not because I forgot anything. I was going to save this for a post-Christmas haul because this is actually my Christmas present to myself. Then I thought about it and realized that since these are actually on sale right now, and they might not be on sale after Christmas, and I have a feeling some of you might want to get them because the sale is amazing, I'd go ahead and show you so that you didn't miss out. Many of you are already familiar with my Jane Austen collection, which was a birthday present to myself a couple years ago. I've been eyeing a couple of the other collections in the series, and a little birdie on Twitter told me that the Jane Austen one was on sale. So I went over and grabbed the link to that to share with people so that other Janeites could get their hands on it, and on a whim while I was there, decided to look at the other collections in the series. And though not all of them were on mega sale, most of them were. So these sets are normally $100. They were on sale for $20, and they're kind of amazing. I'm in love with my Jane Austen set. The quality is awesome, so I knew I had to get these. So I got the Enchanted collection. These are so heavy, but it comes in, oh my god, comes in a little display box, and then it opens out, if I can do this one-handed. So in the Enchanted collection is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which is so pretty, and it has blue pages. One of my all-time favorite books ever, The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson. I can never say that. She has the worst name to try. Frances Hodgson. The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett, which I love, and this is possibly one of the most beautiful designs I have seen for it. I've been wanting to get a new pretty one because mine, nope, it's buried, but mine has seen better days, and it's just a plain, once upon a time I think it might have been red, but it's faded to like this really pale salmon pink color, and it's just kind of this material, whatever this is, just that woven plain, no decoration on it. It just is salmon pink and says The Secret Garden. So this is definitely a step up. And actually I have to say, all of these in this set, except for Black Beauty, I already own. I'm going to get rid of my old, less pretty copies and replace them with these. Oh, one of the favorite books of my childhood, and I still have a huge soft spot in my heart for this one. The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. I love this. I don't think it gets nearly the amount of recognition and fangirling as it should. I love it. I love it so much. This, in part, might have been precursor to me loving rats. You know, there were a lot of cool rodents from my childhood. I mean, you had this, you had Fievel, Speedy Gonzales, of course. You had the Rats of Nim. I mean, there were a lot of good rodents, I think, to pave the way for that. Tangent. Oh, and The Wind in the Willows has like a goldenish brownie color. Secret Garden had yellow on the edges. Black Beauty by Anna Sewell, which again, beautiful copy. I almost bought a copy of Black Beauty recently just based on pure cover appeal because it was a gorgeous copy. I think it was one of the, oh, I don't remember what they're called. The Penguin Classics that aren't threads, but they look like they're stitched, but they're not the embroidery ones. Those. I almost bought it, but I didn't, and now I'm glad I didn't because I got this one. It's just so pretty. Just beautiful. And a book that I could knock someone out with because it's so heavy. All of these books are heavy. The paper is very thick in them. So they are all doorstops, but this one especially so. And it's Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. Now the book that I just showed you is also Little Women. So I know I said that I would get rid of all of my old copies, and I have a second copy of this somewhere, so I'll get rid of that one, but I'll probably keep this one too. I know that's ridiculous, but if I can have like 7 copies of Pride and Prejudice, I can have 2 of Little Women. Yeah, but this is a beast. It has green pages, and it's pretty. And they all have pretty end papers that go with their design, and just nice details throughout. There are illustrations. Here's an illustration from The Wind and the Willows. So they're just stunners all around. So that was the Enchanted collection, and I could have stopped there, but did I? You know me better than that. So I also got, oh god, the Adventure collection. I have read a couple of these, but I don't own any of them. I take that back, I do own one of them. Do I only own one of them? I think I only own the one. But again, just a plain copy, so I will be swapping it out. Oh, these are so heavy. Okay, so here is the set, and I think part of the reason I had to have this one was purely because of the designs, because they are, oh, amazing. So, Treasure Island, which is the one that you can see through the little hole in the cover. Beautiful. My favorite of the entire thing, White Fang by Jack London. That is just the most darling design. It's beautiful. I love it. They all have a really nice texture too. Oh, I love it. The bad thing about these is they're going to be stored in their boxes, which means that I won't be seeing this all the time, so I'm just going to have to take them out every now and then. Maybe find an excuse to do some classics videos or something. The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling, which, again, gorgeous design. And that one really ties in with the design for The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood, orange and blue. Orange and blue. And lastly, the one I actually own, which is Gulliver's Travels, and my copy is so boring, so this one, much better. So just thought I would add those in so that you guys don't miss out. I'm going to go ahead and edit this real quick so I can get it up for you. The links to both sets, actually all 3 because I'll include the Jane Austen one, are below. So make sure if you do want those and you want to get them while they're on sale, or you need a last minute belated Christmas present for someone, go check them out now, because I don't know how long the sale is going to last. Or how many copies, because they're starting to get low on some of them. So check those out if you're interested. If you got them or you own them already, let me know what you think. If you think you have even more beautiful editions of some of these books, definitely show me. Send me a picture on Twitter or Instagram or something, because I am a book design lover, as many of you know. But that's all. Hope you have a lovely holiday and New Year, and I will see you guys soon.